That's kind of one of the cool attractions around Spences Bridge. It's a little weird though because you're like driving on the train tracks, basically not on the train tracks, but very close to the train tracks. And then it's a tight little road to get out here, but it's worth it, definitely. Nicomen River Falls. We're finishing up here. We're just at the cattle guards for the highway. So, back on the Thompson proper now, the Thompson River. Oh, scree slopes, guys, hoodoos. Those are going to become hoodoos. You can see, we'll give those a couple 500 years, no, 1,000 years at least. They'll become hoodoos. We got hoodoos in the process of forming. Nicomen River, guys, super low, which is good. That's good for gold panning, gold mining. The deeper down you can get, right, less water you got to fight, the better it is. So there's two train tracks. There's one on the one side, one on the other side. CNCP, directional running agreement, guys. So one side is east and the other side is west. CP side is eastbound, CN side is westbound, basically. And they do this, they basically share each other's tracks directionally to limit the amount of traffic and, you know, switching. And you've got one line, you've got to go two directions, right? So it makes for a lot of congestion. So what they did, CP and CN, to kind of avoid this was they created a directional running agreement between the two of them. So one tracks for one way, the other tracks for the other way, and they both share it. They share the maintenance, the costs, everything, right? Because CNCP, guys, you'll see too when we talk about the Nicola, Kamloops, and Smilkmeen Railway. Their railways were quite a rivalry, guys were fighting each other, and it was, you know, it was a big deal. Railways were a contentious thing back in the day because it was a lot of money, it was a lot of infrastructure, it was a lot of prosperity. So a lot of guys wanted railways, and they wanted to be the guy with the railway. A lot of cool hoodoo things here. But you can see train tracks on either side, guys, of the Thompson River. Trans-Canada. What an awesome region, though. Very, very dry. The trees are really small. It's very deserty. True desert out here. But yeah, I love looking around. You see all the plateaus and the color of the Thompson too, and the two train tracks riding right through as well. That's really nice. Well, I think we're coming up on Bighorn now. Sackham overhead, CPR. These banks could do some hydraulicing, guys. Too bad the railway's like right there, but I guarantee, because of the railway being there, you go into those banks, you can find some, wash it out, hydraulic those banks out. You can't do that now. You'd go to jail for that. Do that now, polluting the Thompson with all kinds of sediment. But back in the day, guys, they could have totally washed these out. It would have probably made a pretty penny off of it. But the railway's there now, so you're not doing that anymore, right? So we're just driving along the Thompson again. It's a beautiful river, guys. It's just a beautiful river valley. Thompson River Valley. And funny thing was, Simon Fraser explored this river in 1808 and named it after David Thompson, because David Thompson is epic. But David Thompson never actually was on this river. It wasn't named the Thompson because Thompson explored it. It was named Thompson after Simon Fraser, who explored the river in 1808 and then said, oh, we're going to name it the Thompson. There's North Thompson, South Thompson, and then Thompson proper. Gold Pan Park. Yeah, there's a park called Gold Pan. So this whole way, all the way along, guys, gold mining, gold bars. It's high though, so you won't see many of them bars right now, but you'll see the sides. Like the banks. Definitely some good panning along here too. Good claims too, guys. A couple claims for sale in the Thompson as well. Oh, train tunnels on the other side. Got a couple train tunnels there. It's just absolutely incredible scenery here though. We got sagebrush, we got the little trees, we got bunch grass. It's just Spences Bridge coming up here fairly soon. Yeah, we got Spences Bridge. Look at this. We got some, looks like hoodoos almost starting to form too, eh? And you'll see when we get out in Nicola, guys, They have hoodoos out there too. It's just nice, man. It's just a nice area. Spences Bridge. Here we go. Historic Spences Bridge, guys. On the Cariboo Wagon Road. Thomas Spence, 1864. It was known as Cooks Ferry after Mortimer Cook, who started a ferry service here. But then once the Cariboo Wagon Road got built, they decided to actually put in a bridge, which did away with Cooks Ferry, but also to Merritt, that's where we're going, but also allowed Spences Bridge to come into the fold. So that takes you on the 8, which we are going to do, but we got to do some stuff. Ooh, Murray Falls, guys. Ooh, Murray Creek Falls. I really want to go to Murray Creek Falls. I want to see if we can get there. So this is the modern bridge. Oh, you can see the foundation, yeah. Okay, I see the foundation. So this is Spences Bridge. Ashcroft, Cache Creek, Kamloops, Lillooet. So that was the train, guys. Haven't seen which one CPC on, but they'll be sharing the route anyways. So they do the same thing. They haul cars of freight, right? But it's cool to see them both on the same line working together. So I got my signs here. The gold rush of the 1880s was the beginning of change for Little Forks. The 1850s quest for gold changed the landscape in dramatic fashion, and the Thompson River was a major impediment to fortune hunters who came in droves as part of the Cariboo gold rush. One of these prospectors was Mortimer Cook. Mortimer realized a great fortune could be achieved by facilitating a crossing of the Thompson River. Cooks Ferry was born. Mortimer Cook's profitable enterprise didn't last long, however. The river flooded and destroyed the ferry. Though the territory had come to be known by the name of Cooks Ferry, Mortimer was no longer needed as the colonial government granted Thomas Spence permission to build a bridge. Work began in the fall of 1863, with piles being rafted downstream from Shuswap Lake to the bridge site. The last timber was placed on Spences Bridge in the spring of 1864. However, Thomas Spence and crew had no time to admire their work before the bridge was taken down by an extremely high spring freshet. All their hard work floated down the river. That sucks. The government immediately commissioned Spence to build another bridge with virtually the same crew in the autumn of 1864. The second bridge was finished in March of 1865. Mortimer Cook was out of business. The community soon changed its name to Spences Bridge. However, the local First Nations still carry the Cooks Ferry name to this day. A toll was established on the bridge by Captain William Irving, who had financed the project with hopes to eventually turn a profit. The local First Nations crossed the bridge for $3, but foot passengers and horses were 25 cents. Buggies and light rigs were charged $1, stages $1.50, and freight wagons $2. This second Spences Bridge life came to an end in 1931 when the province deemed a new bridge was needed. In 1931, the one-lane bridge opened for traffic. The steel and cement structure remained open and was in use for 84 years. The community rallied to save the bridge, to use as a walkway, but the structure was deemed unsound. It was closed to traffic in January 2014, and the bridge was dismantled in the spring of 2015. Yeah, it's a big deal, guys. This was how you got across back in the day. It was huge. So the actual Spences Bridge, the foundations, it sucks that it ripped it down so recently, 2014, 2015. But this is Spences Bridge, guys, right here. The old foundation. This is what so they built it first, and then it got completely washed out. And then they built this bridge, and then the modern highway bridge is over there. But this is the real Spences Bridge, guys. This is the foundation. Crazy to think about how 1864. So it was a transportation hub, guys. It was Cariboo Wagon Road. You got your freight wagon, because you can't have a stern wheeler in the Thompson. It's too narrow. So the alternative was to walk. And having a bridge as opposed to a ferry crossing is much more advantageous for everybody, right? So that's how Spences Bridge came to being. Like one little hotel here, a little cafe, no grocery stores, nothing big. It's just a small, tiny little community in the desert. Absolutely beautiful, though. Parallel with the railway, because this is a road. So we're gonna go check out Murray Creek Falls. In the desert. It's cool. I like Murray Creek Falls. Okay guys, let's go see Murray Creek Falls. Been wanting to get this one for a while. It's really nice here. Where are you? Murray Creek Falls. Just walking through the desert, guys. Someone having a fire there. Bit of a sketchy bridge. Is it good? Okay. Oh, I see the falls. Nice. There we go, guys. Murray Creek Falls. Nice and pretty here, though. It's just a really nice waterfall. It's just pretty. Murray Creek Falls. That's kind of one of the cool attractions around Spences Bridge. It's a little weird though because you're like driving on the train tracks, basically not on the train tracks, but very close to the train tracks. And then it's a tight little road to get out here, but it's worth it, definitely. Over the bridge. So we're gonna continue on. We're gonna leave Spences Bridge now, and we're gonna go to Nicola Valley, Nicola River. We're gonna talk about the railway that would have met at Spences Bridge, because we're now at the beginning of the railway to Spences Bridge, or the railway from Spences Bridge to Merritt, and then on down to the Coquihalla, and then to Hope. So that was a good little hike, guys. So here we are, back out of the road. But yeah, in the desert. Just leaving Murray Creek. This is the road. Shocked that this is even a road. It's literally right next to the CPR track, or CN track, train tracks. Bumpy too. Nothing the power wagon can't handle though. Yeah, these are all going to become hoodoos eventually. And they're going to go around all the signals. Is there a train coming? It's literally a train coming. Almost out of this part. There we go. Okay, that's the train. What is that? That's... Didn't get a chance to see. This is some guy's property here. But that's the train, guys. You see, that's how close we are. The track. Oh, big puddle here. And... Woo! Oh, got a little wet. Okay, well, that was Murray Creek Falls. Okay, and now we are back in Spences Bridge, guys. Yeah, it's just a fun little trip, guys, out there. Just a fun little drive. A little bit of a weird drive, just because you're so close to the tracks, but... Yeah, this is Spences Bridge. There's another road over there, too. So. We're leaving Spences Bridge now. We gotta go just back over there, and we'll grab the 8. And then we're heading to Merritt. We're leaving Cooks Ferry. So guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get notified. And Sasquatch Prospector. Oh.